now joined by RossTheBoss, of course, of the Dictators, Man of War, and DEATHDEALER. How are you today, Ross?
I'm fine, Jay. Sorry I'm late.
No problem. Never late in the world of rock and roll, man. We're always ready for you. So excited about that, hallowed group, the whole new album, everything you guys are doing, following up War Master. But, we're fans from all the way to the beginning. I mean, the Dictators blew our mind. What you did with Andy and Handsome Dick Manitoba left that impact. We were with you at the Roxy last year out here in L.A. Always great to hear those songs. And, what an amazing run you've had. Little did you know when you picked up that guitar as a teenager, you'd still be doing it.
Oh, yeah. We have great news about the Dictators. We're still going strong. We're touring more than ever.
Wow.
We've kind of like quadrupled our fan base.
Yeah.
We have a new single that we're going to have for our new tour in November in Europe. And Andrew WK has remixed 3 songs off our first record for a Black Friday release by Sony Legacy.
Wow. Can't wait to hear that. Well,
right?
I just got off the phone with Dave Vanian from The Damned, and, those early days of the Dictators and the Ramones and the Pistols and the Clash, all that music resonates, to this day. What is it about, a classic song that just never dies?
Amazing. I don't know. It's just, listen, that record that Sony Legacy's putting out is 40 years old.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And in a minute you'll be celebrating 50 years, and I mean, when we thought, rock and roll or punk rock or metal was going to die after a few years, it just keeps getting stronger. New generations always come in and discover this old music that's even better than a lot of the new bands.
That's right.
Well, when you picked up that guitar, who were your heroes? Who really inspired you to want to do this?
Well, then my heroes when I was a kid was like B.B. King and Eric Clapton and Jeff Beck and Carlos Santana when I was really young, and all the blues guys, blues mainly, and Frank Zappa, and guys that were just really innovators. Jimi Hendrix, of course. So those guys really, that was the era of the lead guitar, and it really influenced me greatly.
And what an end of an era with B.B. just passing. I mean, what can you say about a guy who poured his heart into the music for that many years?
Yeah, it took part of me. I mean, he's like my first idol, besides the Beatles, and he really, I loved him from the moment I saw him. He was such a big influence on me. He taught me how to play one note, to make one note count more than 1,000, and play from your heart, and it just was a crushing loss. I mean, knowing he had a great life and no one lives forever, but even losing him was very, very hard on me. And a lot of people, that being said, but I mean he's been in my life my whole life, so it was very tough.
Well, it's an end of an era, but a few of these pioneers, the guys that invented rock and roll are still with us. The Chuck Berrys, the Little Richards, the Jerry Lee Lewis. Why is it so important for us to really pay homage to these guys and let them know how much we love them while they're still on the planet?
Well, they started it. I mean, listen, before them there was nothing. So, they came first, and we're just championing and carrying the flag. And Tony Iommi was a great blues guitar player, and he invented heavy metal. So
sure,
basically,
we just take what the pioneers started and just put our own twist on it to this day.
That's right.
Well, I know, going through quickly of the, Man of War era, I understand that Ronnie James Dio introduced you to Joey on the Black Sabbath Heaven to Hell tour. What was that like, knowing Ronnie and then stepping into a band like that?
Well, I was in this French band called Shakin' Street, and we were opening for Black Sabbath in England on Ronnie's first tour there, and on their comeback. And when I'm on the side of this, I'm like, I don't know, I was just standing there. He comes up to me, and it's like Ronnie Dio talking to me. I'm going, oh my goodness. And it's like, hi Ross, hi, I'm like really a big fan of yours. You're a great guitar player. I love the Dictators. I love the New York rock scene. He knew exactly where I came from and everything. He goes, but by the way, we have this guy in our crew. His name is Joey DeMeo, and he plays bass. So, you guys should meet. I said, okay, whatever you say. Okay, you're the boss here. So I went and immediately sought Joey out, and we became friends. And we were like jamming in Black Sabbath's dressing room all the time while they were on stage. And we decided to form a band, and that band became Manowar.
Well, fantastic. I mean, it was a great run, and of course, you're still doing the Dictators, and now we're here with Death Dealer. And I know, just a side note, I know you helped close CBGB's, back in '06 when the hallowed halls were finally closed. What are your greatest memories of being able to, send that, legendary spot off?
Well, it was another very emotional night for us. We were the last band to play that Friday and Saturday. Well, actually, Patti Smith did Sunday, but we were like the last, punk rock band to play the Friday and Saturday show there. And the last song of our set on Saturday night, we brought up Tommy Ramone, the last surviving member of the Ramone. We brought up Tommy to sing Blitzkrieg Bop with us. And at the end of that song, I mean, I was like staring there. It hit home. Like, this was it. This was it. We had played there 34 times, and it was just it. It hit me, and it was like another very emotional night. And as you know, Tommy has passed on, so sure. We got to do that with him, and it was
all about making great memories. I know you're making new ones now with Death Dealer. You're about to go out on Motorhead's Motorboat, and of course Lemmy again, one of the great survivors and pioneers of all this. Tell us about the new Death Dealer album and what you're most proud of achieving with this.
Well, this record is in 3 years we have taken Death Dealer from a Facebook idea, to actually our first record 2.5 years ago, to doing an arena tour opening for the Metal All-Stars in Eastern Europe to 80,000 people, which I was an all-star, and we took it from there. We did tours, blah, blah, blah. Our second record was recorded. The second record's coming out. It's an incredible record full of heavy metal anthems and great songs. Our video has been released. It's called Break the Silence. It's on YouTube. SMG Records, fantastic new young, enthusiastic, old-school type record label in Sweden. So in 3 years we've taken it. We're going to have 2 records, an arena tour, and whatever's going to start now. And so it's been great. The fans have been great. We're gaining fans every day, and this band is definitely meant to be. If you're into heavy metal, go seek us out.
Yeah, well, Hallowed Ground is an amazing album, and I know you got Mike Davis on bass, who's, of course, played with Rob Halford, the metal god himself, and you got Sean Peck and Stu Marshall.
Lizzie Borden. Yes.
What can you say about this unit? What do these guys do to raise your bar another level?
Well, you see, when people say, "Oh, you guys are famous. You guys have each one of you've done individual things," we're like a unit. We treat Death Dealer like it's our first band.
Yeah.
So, we have an incredible amount of trust for each other on stage when we go on, and the band is just incendiary with the energy level. It's off the charts, and people are reacting to it. So, I mean, we're having a great time. We're doing it. We're turning heads every time we play, and it's a great feeling.
And what can you say about Sean Peck and his voice?
I would have to say right now, and I don't like to boast. That's not my thing. But I would say that in the world of heavy metal, Sean Peck is the greatest heavy metal singer in the world right now. Okay, with all his voices, with all his styles, with his lyrics, with just the way he writes songs and the way he sings, his highs and his lows. I'm not hearing anyone that's any better than him.
Well, that is so amazing. We can't wait to see Death Dealer out there live. Hallowed Ground is the new album. Catch them on Motorhead's Motorboat if you can. I know it's sold out, and I know all your shows are going to be packed. But over all your years in the business, Ross, what do you impart on these young players, the young bands coming up today? I know the business is crazy and it's constantly changing, but as a unit, as a band, the kind of level of dedication, perseverance, and sacrifice it takes, what do you instill in these young guys?
I would have to say, anyone that gets into this business now, don't expect instant money, instant gratification, especially heavy metal. It's a tough business. It's a hard business to get into. But if you leave your mark, if you gather a group of fans, you have to stay true to your fans. You can't change. You can't, you just have to, don't take no for an answer. And never, just don't listen to people. Just listen to yourselves.
Well, Ross, it's always a pleasure catching up with you. Can't wait for more Dictators. And, of course, Death Dealer, album out now. Everybody go check it out. Hallowed Ground. Can't thank you enough. Can't wait to see you back on those stages with Death Dealer. Thank you so much, Ross.
All right, guys. Thank you.